I had to jump into the greenhouse series that we have going on and kind of break from the norm a little bit, because quite honestly, y'all, like, stuff is getting crazy. So we are here on day 2 of homeschooling. We are not homeschoolers, but we're on day 2 of having our kids at home, and day 1 was pretty good. I had my nephews here and we made leprechaun traps and went on a hike around our farm to find items to make the leprechaun trap, and that was fun. And then now today I'm here with the girls, and I tried to do something about birds because that's what her teachers were going to be working on this week, and I think she said, like, they have beaks. And then she's like, my head is tired, I want to go play. So that's how we're going. I mean, I'd love to post like awesome pictures, and I might try to sneak in a few pictures here and there that show like how awesome our homeschooling adventure is, but real life, y'all, it's sort of happening sometimes, like for 5 minutes. But it's St. Patty's Day and I got my green on. Well, that's yellow, but that's green. So let's get those chickens some water. Chickens were thirsty. And now that that's done, we can go over and get some seeds planted up. You know, I'm a little bit behind on our radishes, maybe about a week behind on carrots. We are in zone 7B, and our radishes should have been in the ground towards late February. It just warmed up really quick, and then with all the coronavirus stuff that's come up, I just kind of let it slip to the wayside. So got my very own little Elsa running up behind me. Let it go, let it go. Oh man, there's my trellis. She was right, it's broken. I think the dogs got it and destroyed it. I had salvaged a trellis that I was going to use for some extra beans, and it's gone in pieces. It's actually the evening right now. We just had dinner, and I had tried to come out earlier today to plant some seeds, and you know, I know there's a lot of people on YouTube that make it look like it's so fun and so easy, but sometimes gardening with young kids can be really difficult and trying. So we came out earlier today to give the chickens water, and I had the baby on my back in a carrier, and I had my 2 older kids out running around, and I went into the garden shed to get my tools, and I came back out and I saw one of my packets of seeds for carrots had been ripped open, and I only had about less than half of the package left. And so I got frustrated at that, and then when I started filming, the baby started crying and wanted to get down, and then the 2 older kids started fighting, and clearly none of us were having fun. So I just stopped the effort and we went inside and watched a bird documentary and talked about birds, and had them draw birds and talk about what's common amongst all birds and stuff like that. So now that it's after dinner, I snuck back out. Drew's inside with the girls, and I just wanted to sneak back out to see if I could plant my carrots and radishes. This is a little bit of a break in the greenhouse series, simply because there's a lot of crazy going on, and I mean, just everyone is just across the spectrum of responses, right? I feel like it's just impacting so many people differently. I don't know if you guys have tried to go shopping in the last couple days, but I was in the grocery store last night. I wanted to pick up a ham, and there was a moment when I stepped away from my cart, not very far away from my cart, but a couple feet steps away from my cart, and I was picking out some produce, and somebody came over and started reaching for my cart. And like the craziness that is society right now, my first instinct was, oh my gosh, they're gonna try to take my shopping cart, or they're gonna try to take something in my cart. Like, that was my first reaction. Like, that's just crazy. Now, obviously, he just needed to move the cart so that he could get by. Unbeknownst to me at the moment, there was a guy that was stocking goods behind me and had blocked the walkway. So he was moving my cart to try to get around. And I mean, it's just crazy. Like, I don't think 2 weeks ago that thought would have ever crossed my mind. Right? Naturally, I would have been like, oh, he is just trying to get by. But in the crazy that is right now, my first thought was like, what's he gonna take? Oh my gosh. I mean, it's insane. And trying to keep centered and peaceful during this time for a lot of us is just really hard. And the way that I was going to do it today was to shut off all media and to step away from my phone and to come out and plant. And I came outside and it was just chaos with my girls. So we didn't get very far, but I'm back out tonight to hopefully recapture some of that peace, and I'm going to plant some carrots and radishes. Now we're in zone 7B, which means that my radishes should have been in the ground about 2 weeks ago, maybe even 3 weeks ago, because we are having a really, really mild early spring this year. But my carrots should be going in about this week, so we're on time with that. I don't think it'll hurt the radishes any. I have some that are very quick sprouting from Baker Creek, so maybe we can get a good harvest before things start to bolt. I'm going to show you guys what I'm working with today. In terms of carrots, I've got little finger carrots. Now this was one that my daughter got into earlier today and opened up. So I'm not sure where we're going to have these surprise carrots show up, but it'll be somewhere in our garden. I'm trying the Kyoto red carrot. Those are new to us this year. A purple dragon carrot. We grew those last year and got quite a few of them. Really liked them, so we wanted to go back to that again this year. Danvers half long. The Parisian carrot. We did that one last year. We did okay. I got a couple of those. Not a lot of those sprouted for us, surprisingly. And I think that's it for my carrots. Now for my radishes, we've got the 18-day radish, the French radish here. We've got the Easter basket mix. I feel like this one's a classic. Very fun because you never know what you're gonna get. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, right? We've got Pink Beauty radish. We're gonna do French breakfast radish. The Chinese red meat, also known as a watermelon radish. We did not grow these last year, but I got my hands on some. They are so good and so incredibly beautiful when you cut them. So I'm super excited about those. And you know what, like, I know a lot of people might say, like, why so many radishes? Like, what's the deal with that? They're kind of spicy. I only put them on salads sometimes, or maybe on tacos sometimes. We actually roast our radishes, and we'll throw a little bit of olive oil and some salt and pepper and throw it in the oven 400 for about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how much of how large the batch is, and they turn out delicious. Roasting them cuts all that spicy bite away from it, and it comes out really like a potato. So that's become another staple for us actually in our house for like a starchy kind of food. So potatoes, rice, or in our case radishes. And then finally, for the first time this year, I'm trying the early Wonder Beet. Beets to me tend to be a little bit too earthy. but I know that there's a lot of other things that when you grow it yourself, the taste is incomparable. That nothing can quite get the taste that you have when you grow something yourself. So I'm hoping that these will taste amazing and may change our minds in terms of beets. Now, I don't have a lot of daylight today remaining, so I'm just gonna get planning and we're gonna see how far we get. Now, I don't know if you saw the Target video that I did a couple weeks ago, but I got this little ruler and measuring tool from Target, and I'm gonna use that. I use that to just create some lines a couple inches apart, and then I'll use this to help with my spacing. And what I'm gonna do is rotate carrot radish all the way through the bed. Okay, it got dark outside, but I was able to finish the row. Had my little helpers come out, and I'm not sure if the card filled up before or after my 2-year-old started throwing seed packets everywhere, but we might have a little bit of surprise growing up in each of the different rows, and that's fine. Anyways, I hope you guys are using this time of quarantine to get outside, to get your hands a little dirty, maybe try something new and plant a seed or start a plant or buy a transplant. Whatever it is, I hope you're able to get outside and get a little bit of dirt under your nails. I thank you so much for coming by the Timmy Family Farm. I appreciate you. Make sure that you like and subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell. And it's bedtime and milk time for my youngest. With that said, the boss is calling. See you guys later. You go get me. You go get me.